Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Elaine here with Real Estate for Real with Arek and Elaine. And yeah, so Arek got the contract signed on the last one and now he's at the inspection. So here I am alone to chat with you again today. And I have some tips how to make your offer a strong offer in this incredibly competitive market right now. I'm sure buyers, you're getting a little bit frustrated. You look at houses, you put in an offer, and someone else beats you to it. So I've got some suggestions to help make that offer stronger. So first and foremost, when you're submitting your offer, you want to submit your highest and best. This is not the time to bargain. You're not going to get a bargain if you really want a house. So think long and hard. What are you really willing to spend for this house? I know there's a listing price on there. You and probably 10 other buyers are also vying for that house and you want the seller to pick yours. So start off with a really strong offer, and yes, you're probably going to have to go above that listing price. You could also talk to your agent and consider adding an escalation clause. So an escalation clause states that you would beat their highest bona fide offer by an amount, $1,000, $2,000. What do you think it will take to entice the seller to choose your offer? So ask about an escalation clause when you're putting together your highest and best. Another tip for you when you're putting in that offer, little to no concessions is best. There was a period of time when buyers were asking the sellers to contribute a bit toward the closing cost, adding a little closing cost credit for maybe $2,500 or $5,000. But in today's competitive market, that ask for a closing cost concession is really going to hurt your chances of being selected. Now, if you absolutely need that credit, then my recommendation to you would be to finance that into the offer. So for instance, if you were offering $200,000 but needed $5,000 back for closing cost credit, then you would offer $205,000 so that that seller is still going to get the $200,000, you'll get that $5,000 back at the closing, but you are going to finance that $5,000. So that can make a difference between getting a house or not. Another tip, if you can do a 30-day or less closing, that's fantastic and highly desirable. Now, how do you do that? Well, one is if you're a cash buyer, but two, if you've got a really good relationship with your lender and you have been through the entire mortgage process being totally pre-approved. So that means that the lender has all of your documentation. They've got your tax returns. They've verified your income, your assets. They know what your paycheck is. They've pulled your credit. So you've done all the paperwork. You've even filled out that mortgage application. So you're good to go. The bank has said, we've looked at this buyer. This is a well-qualified buyer. They can purchase that $350,000 house. The only thing we need is the house. That puts you in a really great competitive advantage over the other folks. So I highly recommend taking the time to get fully pre-approved with your lender. Another piece is, this can be a little bit risky, but if you're buying a house that looks like it's in really good condition and it has been well maintained, something you could think about offering is to waive the inspections. Or you could purchase as is and you could do inspections for informational purposes only, which means to the seller, you're not going to be that picky buyer who's going to have inspections and now wants to renegotiate the entire contract because maybe a window doesn't close properly. It means you're going to get your information about the house, you'll have that inspection, but you'll take care of anything that is discovered upon that inspection that might need to be replaced, repaired, or fixed. And then, lastly, a very important detail, but the agent that's representing you, how do they get along with that listing agent? Believe it or not, your agent's personality can make or break a deal. And I have seen it happen where Some agents, they're really working hard advocating for their client, but they're coming across as incredibly difficult, incredibly picky, and if it's that difficult to communicate with somebody just in the beginning part of the process, the seller doesn't really want to be engaged to them for the next 30 to 45 days. They'll pick another offer. So make sure that you've got an experienced agent who has a good, strong personality, knows how to negotiate without killing your opportunity. So those are my tips for you today, buyers that are out there. If you want to make your offer stronger, highest and best right off the bat, maybe think about an escalation clause. You want to limit your seller asks on concessions. You want a 30-day or less closing if possible. If you can, waive your inspections or do an as-is with inspections for informational purposes only. And make sure that your agent is professional, friendly, and able to get the job done on your behalf. That's what I have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. This is Elaine with Real Estate for Real with Arek and Elaine. You can make sure you like us, subscribe to us. We want to hear from you. Send us your comments, send us your feedback, and please send us your questions. We're happy to answer them. We're here for you.